হ্যালো সবাই, আজকে আমরা এসেছি কম্পিউটেক্সের অরোজ বুথে। সো আমাদের সাথে আজকে আছে আমাদের অরোজের ভ্যান। সো ভ্যান, লেটস গো সি আওয়ার প্রোডাক্ট ট্যুর।
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So here at Computex, we got a bunch of new products I'm really excited to show everyone. First thing is X570 motherboards. We got the whole family here. Yeah, should we take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Over here on the right, it's my personal favorite, Mini ITX X570. Super small, super compact, but we didn't skip on any performance
Yeah,
features.
we put two M.2 in here.
Yes, yes.
So back in here and in front of it also.
Yeah.
Beneath it.
So even though it's a small board, you have a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
So really nice stuff. Next, we got the AORUS X570 Elite board. This is the entry level of the AORUS gaming lineup. So you're going to see 14-phase power design. You're going to get an M.2 thermal guard as well as active cooling on this motherboard. So pretty nice stuff.
Yeah.
Moving next, we have X570
AORUS Pro.
Yes.
Yeah.
So moving over, you get more nice features. Number one, RGB.
RGB, yeah.
Also, you're going to get improved cooling. So we have a VRM fin array heatsink to get better cooling performance for your CPU. AORUS Ultra is next. So as you jump up, you're going to see improvement in design. So better cooling, bigger fin array heatsink. Also more M.2 guards to cool your M.2 SSDs. Oh, something I didn't mention is all of these boards, they support PCI Express 4.0. So really new technology.
Yeah, this new technology. And also they have more VRM solution than other boards.
Correct. Yes. I think this generation we destroy everybody.
Yeah.
So we're the best.
Okay.
And then next we have the X570 AORUS Master. This is one of our best-selling motherboards. It's our most famous one because we include every feature that a gamer needs. And then
So next is
Next.
our
the final destination of X570. We have the best of the best. This is the X570 AORUS
Extreme. Yeah.
This pretty much, we took our standard board, but we put it on steroids. So it's a bigger board. It's an eATX board, so that means it's wider. Because it's bigger, we're going to add on more cooling. So you can see the cooling up here, VRMs. They have really big heat sinks. Connected to these heat sinks is this gigantic heat pipes.
Yeah.
Runs along the full length of the board, and it terminates down here where we have a bunch of heat sinks to basically cool everything inside your system.
And one major feature is the connectors of the boards.
So these are all 90-degree connectors. We did that because people who build eATX, sometimes it's hard for them to route the cables around, so we put it as a 90-degree connector to make it easier for users. And also, if you take a look over here, bunch of USB ports, more than you'll ever need. And if you move over to the back, full backplate. So really good because this board is so heavy, you actually need the extra backplate to give you support and protection for the board.
So
Next, we're moving over to our new X299 motherboards. We refreshed them. So now we're calling these new ones X299G. So the G means it's the new refresh boards. So starting off, we have the X299G Master. Similar to what we saw before, we have a gigantic heatsink up here, as well as a very large heat pipe to connect the two VRM coolers, as well as a heat pipe running down the full length of the card, and it comes back up to another heatsink over here. And then we're gonna go into some crazy stuff again. X29G AORUS Extreme
waterfall.
This thing, a water monoblock design. It looks really nice. Really good for those of you who like to do the closed loop liquid cooling systems. This gives you the best possible cooling performance. Can't say anything. I'm gonna try to. Okay, no, it's stuck. Not gonna try it. But yeah, this is the C621 AORUS Extreme motherboard. This is pretty much the biggest craziest motherboard we've ever made. You can see these two sides comparison. Oh, no comparison. But yeah, this is full of heat sinks. It's to basically be like a workstation type of motherboard. So we put all the latest technologies that we have at AORUS inside here.
Yeah, this thing has a Gen 4 SSD new is coming for this 570 boards.
Correct. So this is a brand new technology. From what I know, I believe we're actually the first ones to ever create this. So this is an SSD. It looks like a graphic card, but It's not. It's there's M.2 drives underneath here, and then inside we have a bunch of thermal pads as well as copper heat sinks, and we pair that with active cooling systems. So similar to a graphic card, it takes in the air, runs it through here, cools the M.2 drives, and exits out the rear to help keep your drives running cool.
Its speed is it's unbelievable. 15.
Yes. Yeah, 15,000
15,000
read and write. I think
Yeah.
that's the world's fastest as far as I know.
Yeah. So the new NVMe Gen 4 SSD is coming.
Yes. Speaking of SSDs, this is the brand new NVMe SSD. Unfortunately, we can't take it off the table because if you actually hold it in your hand, it's really heavy.
Right?
Just because there's so much copper inside of this to keep everything running cool. Because the new PCIe Gen 4 SSDs, they run so fast that they produce a lot of heat. So you need really good cooling to help keep everything under control.
Yeah, it's close to 5,000 Mbps. Yeah, it's
Correct.
It's really speed. So next is our big thing.
Ooh, the popular thing. This is the one that everyone's been asking for.
Yeah.
So this is the brand new AORUS AIO cooler. You guys have been asking this for months. So we finally listened and we finally made it. So we actually have not one, but two different coolers to show you guys today. Starting to my left, this is a 240 millimeter cooler. This is kind of your more everyday type of cooler. This fits inside most PC cases.
Mid-range, mid cases.
Yes, correct. But if you're looking for something with more extreme cooling performance, we've made this version, which is a 280 millimeter version. So this is for people who need the best possible cooling performance. For example, if you're looking to overclock your CPU with this board, this makes a great combo.
Yeah.
And if you take a close look too on the pump here, on the front, you can actually see a full LCD display. So this thing is completely customizable. You can put videos, GIFs, memes, I don't know, whatever you want to put on here.
Yeah, we can use also the temperature of the CPU.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. You can actually do a lot of functional things with this screen. So that's pretty cool stuff from AORUS.
Okay, so let's see the coolers.
The coolers.
Air coolers.
So, speaking of cooler, we saw our liquid cooled cooler, but we haven't forgotten the air cool people out there. So, this is a brand new cooler from AORUS. This is called the ATC 800 cooler. So, it's kind of like a redesign of our previous ATC 700. So, we took that old design, but we made it new and improved. So, it's more sleek, more modern, and we included RGB fans on both sides, so it looks really, really nice.
So we have a new RAM design, right?
Yes, correct. New RAM design. Hopefully I don't get in trouble if I pop one of these out.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, no one's yelling at me yet. So yeah, new design. It's a more dark color. So this just shows the difference between this new one versus the old one. And this new one is running at 3600 megahertz, so it's running faster than the previous generation kit. So let's see if we can put this back. I believe the new ones also supports more RGB.
Functionality, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put a letter on here.
Yeah. So it's got more different effects, so it's more customizable. Now we're on to our second generation of RAM, so we're trying to make improvements every year.
Okay, thank you, Van.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.